Come take a look through the orange lens, my friends. How you doing, folks? So, I'm bullish as a motherfucker. I might have got myself a Bitcoin node set up. I built the node. I put a circuit board into a box, put a fan over the top of it, attached some bits, attached the fan, closed the box up. Did a few things with a SIM card, flashed some files, and now we wait. It's a patient game after you set your node up, because now I'm on Umbrel and I'm currently downloading the Bitcoin blockchain. All transactions that have ever been made through Bitcoin, on Bitcoin, around Bitcoin and using Bitcoin. It's all on my node. It's all going to be there. I'm going to be able to do whatever the fuck I want using that technology. I'm excited to see what I can do with the lightning stuff. I'm excited to see what the whole network does, to be honest with you. Price of Bitcoin's been falling around. I haven't looked around. I've just noticed, like yesterday and today, it's just been like dropping. I'm like, oh well, brilliant. I get some cheap Bitcoin soon. So yeah, I've got my node. It's taken me some doing to get in there. So I got myself a Raspberry starter kit, and I got myself a screen for it, which I don't even think I'm going to necessarily need, but through what I've seen about that screen, it's pretty sick. Once I've got all this up and running, I can just have the screen linked to it. It'll act as the power source for the Raspberry, but because it's connected to the internet, it like pops up loads of information. It'll tell me what Bitcoin's doing, it'll tell me the fucking weather, and it acts as a mirror as well. So I don't know, I'm not so fussed about the mirror bit, but you know, I didn't quite know what I was doing when I got it. I just wanted to make sure I had everything I could possibly have, so I didn't have any issues, you know. And the issue I was having was getting my Raspberry Pi online, because it needs Ethernet connection. And I finally found a company called TP-Link that do a Wi-Fi router box that can either connect to your, current network, or you can put a 4G SIM in it, and you can run it off of the 4G SIM, and it's got an Ethernet cables out of the back, so you can be mobile, you can be living off grid, you can be without landline connection, and now you can run yourself a node. So it doesn't matter where in the world you are. It doesn't matter, well, I mean, to some degree it does, because obviously if you haven't got mobile signal, but soon enough that's going to go with all the satellite stuff and all that shit that's happening, right? Like, I mean, I don't know how good or bad it is. Everything's only as good or as bad as it gets used for, right? So this is why I don't focus on all these, like, possible impending future doomsday things, because I'm like, well, you don't know how many people are going to get themselves a Bitcoin node that also runs with the Lightning Network, which we're super excited about. But this is what independence looks like. This is what choosing the new way looks like. This is what saying, do you know what? Fuck the old systems that fucking literally fund war. We're going to take their war powers away from them. If they've got that much beef with people for a real reason, they're going to find a way of doing it, but not with my support. Do you know what I'm saying? So I think Bitcoin's like an anti-war movement, definitely. I can see why Max Kaiser says that Bitcoin is love, because I think it is. I feel like my camera's slightly crooked there. I'm going to give it a little adjust, just a little one. I don't know if that's really made much difference. It's made my eyes feel better. So yeah, I think choosing new ways is good. I think everybody should get a node. I don't see why you wouldn't have a node if you're using the network, like in any capacity, right? Even if you're just like buying money in one place and shunting it across into another wallet, like you can save time and money, I believe. I'm still learning, but I'm still learning, but I know I can be earning off of this thing. I don't know how yet. I didn't get it. I didn't get it realising so much. I'd heard something somewhere But what I heard was support the network, get a node. That's what I heard. So I was like, all right, so if I want to support the network, I want to help it be stronger, you know, less susceptible to like large attacks. And if you've got a full-on Bitcoin node network going and they attack miners or whatever, well, we're all still out here. We've all still got the program. We've all still got the current program. So yeah, I think there's many benefits that I don't know about to it, and I'm looking forward to finding out more about them, you know, and sharing it with you fine people, because solutions are important. The way going forward is important. Like, I think I've like hammered as much of the manipulation stuff as I can do, because I have this feeling that it's like you maybe don't even necessarily need to know that much. It's not even the most helpful thing. Russell Brand said something, and it just made me think over a few things, and I sort of thought, yeah, do I need to be like, what do I want to promote? Like, what solutions do I want to promote? Mindfulness. I think mindfulness is a good solution to promote. You know, I think in the face of, like, you know, mass government corruption and change and things like this, I think mindfulness and self-awareness is a fucking great thing. Clearly, Bitcoin is something I happen to also think is great, and I think it's a part of the whole thing. You know, my music, I happen to think that's pretty fucking good too. So you can jump down in the descriptions and you can go down to the Soundcloud link and you can listen to my music for free. Our music for free. And you know, you can get beats from us. You know, if you're someone who wants some beats to rap to or to sing to, hit us a message. We got beats to go. You know, if you need some mixing and mastering, right, can do that shit. Hit us up with a message. We can help you out with your revolutionary music. You know, I'd much rather do work for people that are saying something with depth and with meaning than just to, you know, just anything. I mean, I'll, to some degree, I don't know, right? I don't know. I've been sort of thinking like, oh, geez, like, I don't know, do I really want to mix and master stuff for people that are just promoting some, I'm going to build Bitcoin about it, fiat fucking knowledge, right? Let's just, I mean, it's not at all, because to be honest with you, there's as much egotistical extrovertism, if that's even a word, in Bitcoin. I mean, the amount of show-offs is unbelievable, but there's also like a large, like, I think that's just when things pump and people get all gassed because they've got, like, you know, they're making money out of it. But it's like, oh man, I'd rather see the times come about where, like, I don't know, I don't even know what I don't have like a vision on what I want to happen in some senses. Yeah, I have like an overall vision, right? Like I want local community connected nationally and globally, right, where we have control over our money directly. We're our own banks. That's it now. We're done. We don't, with the technology we've got, we don't need these people. They're slowing down our process and corrupting the system. That's got to go, right? So in governance, that needs to change. That needs to, you know, they need to have less control over our choice, and we need to be more informed with our choice. I think there's two things. This is why I think mindfulness, self-awareness is such a good thing, because when you realise, like when I realise, holy shit, I've been thinking that since I was XYZ age. I haven't even re-looked at it. I had no need to. Like, these things come across me, right? And when we're looking for these things, that's where we grow, and we're like, oh, right, okay, I don't need to run in on every post and say something because I have a view on it. I can just go, all right, like, is this going to help me or you in this instance of me posting? Do I even want to? Does it feel like just like a clickbaity, reactionary type post, right? It's just like, yeah. You know, and then sometimes I just go right ahead and respond anyway. You know, like it's a choice thing, you know, because it's that, the more you can stop yourself from just doing something that's a knee-jerk reaction, the more you have the time in that space and moment to go, why did I want to do that? What's it connected to? Is it gonna benefit me to maybe leave that now? Or actually, is it cool? And can I just go right ahead and say what I wanted to say? Because actually, no. And it's not like you do that in everything all through your life. Self-awareness, you become self-aware, you gain more self-control, and as these things grow and develop, you don't have to watch so many things. And also, checking yourself becomes an autopilot, right, which the brain's awesome at creating. It's just like, oh, I need a new algorithm, bang, you know, and it's just there running in the background, just popping up every now and then with a flag going, oi, don't use that B word that you don't like. So yeah, I think that I want to make sure that I'm promoting what I feel is going to help. I don't think banging on about the fact that we've been manipulated is necessarily going to help. To some degrees, I think it needs to be known, but then in other ways, I think does it need to be known? If people literally, like, there's levels to what's what, and I don't know. Right, is the fundamental answer. I don't know. I just want to try and get conversations going, and that be open. You know, I wonder if, you know, I don't wonder, I'm pretty sure I have alienated many people by battering the word manipulation. Because I like to be honest, and also I don't like beating around the bushes. It's like, I like direct communication. Like, don't come at me with some fucking, like, small talk. If you've got something to say it. Right? Because I'm not going to get offended, even if I disagree with you. I think you're being harsh about me. Chances are you don't fucking know me well enough to be harsh about me anyway. So I'm not going to be too fussed about it. But, you know, communication is key, as my mum always told me, and I fucking fully believe that. So, you know, for our change to happen, we need to communicate about the things that we do or that we don't do, that we want to do, that we wouldn't do, right? You know, I want equality. I realise that also there's a reality to that. What is it I heard someone say? Equality in opportunity, not in outcome. That's what I want. Because that's fair play, right? You get out what you put in. If you don't want to put in much, don't get out much. I think everyone, like, because I've been toying over this. This has been going through my mind because Bitcoin's making me possibly look at things a little bit differently. And I don't believe everyone should get something for nothing, right? I've always had a good work ethic, so I'm cool with that. But like, up until like a year ago, maybe not even a year ago, right? Last 6 months, I'd have said somewhere that, you know, everyone should have the access to housing, right? Now, that's possibly slightly evolving to everyone should have the access to supply themselves with accommodation. Like, at the very least, look, you've got a small plot of land there. If you don't want to do much with your life, cool. There's your small plot of land. You can build a small dwelling on it. You're going to need to do that for something to sleep under, by the way. You know, and if you need help from people, there's people like me around that would definitely help you build that small dwelling. But you definitely want to do something for me. You know, even if it was just bring me the fucking coffee while I'm making it for you. You know, you give a little, you get a little. You know, it doesn't matter whether you give a lot and you get a little. It's a matter of, like, is there a give and a take going on there? Is there a push and a pull? Right? Energy in, energy out. Are we doing a trade there? Right? It doesn't need to be a trade of likeness. It needs to be a trade of kindness, you know? But, you know, it's what it is. So I'd like to see us all stepping in new directions, you know? Not being worried about changing yourself to be able to fit a new future you want. You know, if changing ourselves is the only thing we need to do to bring about some good change, then fucking hell. Like, let's get on that. I don't think it's the only thing we need, but I think it's one of the fundamentals. You know, so what can you do? Anyway, my friends, I'm going to leave you to it. Use the force. Positive mental attitude. Be kind with your thoughts to yourselves like you would for others. Keep loving your hearts for yourselves like you would for others. And let's get it. Get what, John? Awareness, of course. Peace in.